Hi everybody, it's Debbie here. I just wanted to share a quick screencast for you just in case anybody's a bit uncertain about what they need to do tomorrow. I will send you an email with the link for you, which will be just a URL link, and you click on that in hopefully your Chrome browser, because that will be the best browser for you to use. And once you click on that link, then you should be able to access this Blackboard Collaborate environment, and it will ask you to type in your name. So you type in your name here and you click join session. Hopefully you will have had chance to play around with the test session that I shared, and you will already have checked your microphone and your video settings, but if you haven't, obviously then you can do that from this link as well. As you can see at the minute, it just says that the room is empty because I'm the only one here. There are a few things that I wanted to show you. The first thing is these four little buttons at the bottom here. This is your profile button. And as you can see, there's a little gear set in here, which you can click on that, and that will open up the right-hand side panel, which will give you access to the audio and video settings. So if you haven't already done that process, it'll take you through that. So you need to set up your camera and your microphone. You don't have to have a webcam, but if you've got one, you need to set it up and check the volume and things like that. But also you need to allow your computer to access your video and your audio. So you can do that from there. I'll just close that down a second. So these other buttons along the bottom, that's the microphone button. So whenever you want to access the microphone, you click on that to share audio. And obviously, if you haven't already gone through the process of sorting out your microphone, it will tell you at that point. And the same with the video. So that's the little video button there. The last button is a raise hand button. So if, for example, you had a problem or you needed to ask a question, you click that and that will notify me as moderator that you want to say something. Maybe you want to take the mic, or as I said, have a question or something. So on the right hand side here, this is the Open Collaborate panel, and this is the panel that the settings button opened earlier. So you can also access it this way by pressing the little purple button. And as I said, that allows you to access the audio and video settings. And on my screen, it may well be on yours as well, there's also a notification setting button, which allows you to change various notifications in terms of people joining the chat session or joining the actual online webinar session. So you can do that. The other buttons along here, the one with the little people on it tells you about the participants. And when we're in it tomorrow, you will see a whole range of people's names here. And by clicking on this little button here, that tells me that my experience is excellent, apparently. That's jolly good. But yeah, you will see lots of other names on there, hopefully tomorrow. You can message an individual person by clicking the chat and selecting that particular person there, or in this case you can select everybody and you can say something to the whole group. So if you wanted to say hello world, the other thing that you can do as well, which is quite good fun, is click on the little icons for the emojis, and you can put a little smiley face, or I quite like the one with the sunglasses. And then if you press enter, that will pop it up here into the chat box so that everybody can see it. It's really useful facility, because obviously some people may not have a microphone, or which is what I encounter quite a lot. Some people are a bit hesitant to be on the microphone until they get used to the environment. So that's quite a nice gentle way in if you're feeling a little bit shy and you just want to say hello. Okay, so the other button there that you will want to know about when you start using this yourself is the share content. There won't be anything on this at the minute because I haven't shared it. You need to be a presenter or a moderator to share content, and the facility within Blackboard allows you, if you are a tutor, to have that presenter or moderator facility. So we can set you up with that in Salt so that you'll be able to share stuff. I'm going to close this panel down by clicking the little X, and then I'm just going to show you over here on the left hand side, that little button there is the session menu, And if you want to have a little click around on there, that's quite useful. It allows you, the particular ones that are helpful are Tell Me About Collaborate, which gives you access to some tutorials that are built in within the Collaborate environment. So if you want to kind of be taken through all the various functions, that's quite a useful thing to do. As you can see, there's one there as an introduction, and there's also about the private chat facility that I mentioned earlier. And there is also a link to the Blackboard help environment, which is quite comprehensive. So I'm just going to show you that for a second, just so that you can get an idea of if my my system will let me do it. There you go. So as you can see, there's loads of stuff on there. So if you wanted to have a little look, quite a lot of information, but if you've got 5 minutes, then have a little look at that. Okay, so the other button that you may want to look at there is just the leave session button, which is down here. It's a door with an arrow and the words leave session, and obviously that's self-explanatory. That takes you out of the Blackboard Collaborate environment. The other thing to point out on here as well is this the title up here. So when you set an individual session up, you get this title, and that it just reminds people why you're there, really, and the purpose. And you set that up. It's like a file name, so you can call it whatever you want, really. Okay, so I'm going to come out of the session now, and I'm just going to show you the lovely smiley faces that we get, which are automated, and it's just basically to give Blackboard some information back about your particular experience in terms of the audio and visual. You don't have to do this, but if you want to do it, that's fine. You can skip it, or you can click one of these buttons and then submit it. If you do click the poor or the fair or the good, it will then ask you for more information, for example, like that. Or if you don't want to do any of that, you can click excellent and it won't ask you for any more information. So I can click submit and exit. That will then take me out of the Blackboard environment. Okay, so that's a whistle-stop tour. I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you online tomorrow. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.